What up, guys? It's your brother Joe here, and welcome back once again to my F1 2020 career mode, my team. And if you haven't seen the last race in Austin, I implore you to do so. So go check that out. And if this is the first one you're checking out, again, go check out the rest of them. This is your last chance before the spoiler alert, so please go and check out the last one if you haven't already seen it. Well, I am buzzing from the result I got in Austin, taking my first win, and I'm now seeing what I can follow that up with here. And in qualifying, we are looking incredibly competitive, and in fact, we have qualified P9, so that puts us in a great position for the race ahead.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but
So we're on the grid here at Mexico, 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. We've got a great start, but we got boxed in by Perez, and we're now trying to squeeze our way between Perez and Verstappen. Bottas not getting the best of starts there, and we're trying to make our way through to the inside, but Perez has that. He's taking a dive up the inside, and in fact, he's gone into Verstappen. We've rubbed wheels with a few of them. We're trying to hang it out around the outside, but there's just nowhere for us to go there alongside Verstappen and Ricciardo, so we've been shuffled out, and we are still in P8 then, which is where we started, thanks to someone getting a grid penalty. I'm trying to take a dive up the inside of both of them there, but I've completely outbraked myself, and across the grass we go. That's just going to cost me more positions. I lose places to both McLarens at this point, which isn't the best way, but I'm going to take a dive up the inside of the first McLaren of what I believe is Lando Norris, and now we're going to go around the outside of Carlos Sainz at the stadium section. I've never seen that overtake done before, but we do it, and we are up into P9, back almost where we started. We've got Lance Stroll ahead, but we've also got Carlos Sainz alongside, who is not letting this one go easy. We're trying to squeeze him, but he's not having any of that. He has put his car in the right position, and now we've got to cover Lando Norris, who's coming up the inside. I brake late, try to cover them, and I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think Lando understeered into me, nearly went round. And Sainz still not giving up on that place. Still not letting me go easy. But I've got the inside here, and this time I know how to brake properly. And I don't go across the grass. Right, we are in P9. It's the end of lap 3, and I'm trying to get after Stroll. I'm within his DRS. But also within mine is Carlos Sainz, who is still not giving this up. And at this point, I didn't even try to fight him off too hard there. I thought, I'll let him go, duck into his slipstream, see if that gives me anything. It has given me something. I'm going to try and go around the outside, but he squeezes me there. He comes across, and I didn't expect him to do that. And I had to take some very, very sudden avoiding action there. You can see just here how suddenly avoiding action is I had to take. A little bit cheeky there by Sainz, but now we're coming back at Norris, and he's not making this easy either. But round the outside we go, and up back into P10. The battle I'm having with the McLarens here is nothing short of extraordinary. I've never had a battle like this in my life. It's quite fun, but now we're coming back at Sainz for P9. And Stroll is backing him up a bit as well, which is helping us. I'm going to try and do the same overtake I did on him earlier. And that just worked way too well. But I know what's coming as soon as we get onto the back straight. I know that Sainz is not going to let this one go easy. I know he's going to try and come straight back at me. But we've got ERS on maximum. We've got DRS. We're literally using everything at our disposal to try and pull away from the McLaren. And this time, I think we have him covered, and in fact we do have him covered. But Norris now has got past Sainz, and he's trying to come back past. Very late defending on my part, but that doesn't stop him. Norris now with the inside line. I'm going to try and keep the outside, hang him out, and then switch to the inside here, and that is the Guan Yu Zhou approach. For those who didn't see Silverstone, that was a bit of an overtake that he would try, going to the outside of one corner of his chicane before diving to the inside of the next. Right, into the pits we come for the first time of 2 scheduled stops in this race today. And we've actually done quite well. We're running in P9, convincingly in the points. And I think, given our pace, despite the fact that we've spent half this race so far battling McLarens, I think there's potential for further movement further forwards in the field. I think we've got decent pace and we could be around 6th or 7th by the end of this. But we've now come out of the pit lane and we've got a nice little bit of clear air before we come up to Nicholas Latifi. And in fact, getting past some of the other guys who haven't pitted, proving to be quite simple. And in fact, that was Grosjean, not Latifi. I don't know what I was talking about there. But now we're coming at Kimi Raikkonen, who once again offers very little in the way of resistance. And unfortunately now we're reaching traffic, but we've also reached Daniel Ricciardo, who I believe was a couple of positions ahead of us. So that stopping earlier and getting that clear track has proven helpful. Ricciardo's got past Latifi. I'm trying to get past him in the same way. Latifi providing a bit of resistance there, but given his little grip, he was not able to fully fight me off. And now Ricciardo's come right up to what I believe is Schumacher and Perez. And I think Perez got past Schumacher there. But we've done our favourite overtake of the day on Ricciardo there. And I think Danny Rick would be a little bit annoyed seeing that one happen. But now we're going to try and get after our teammate. No, we're not, because Danny Rick is coming straight back at me. He's having none of my nonsense in this Mexican Grand Prix. Albon sets the fastest lap, but we're staying alongside Ricciardo. Can we hold it out around the outside of the corner? Yes, I believe we can. That is the position, and now we've got to overtake our teammate who is on the medium tyre and on a different strategy, and he hasn't pitted yet. Come on, Mick, get out of the way. I've got like 100 odd points. You've got none. So get out of my way. I'm going round the outside here to the overtake I tried on Latifi. And Mick showing more resistance than Latifi did. He doesn't want to let it go easy at all. But eventually I keep the inside and force him out. And that is the move on him done. Right, now we've got Magnussen and Perez who are battling over 9th. Magnussen hasn't pitted yet. And that's what makes an overtake like this so easy, because Magnussen hasn't pitted. We've got those fresh tyres. And Magnussen, though, he's trying to come back at me. I don't think he's going to be able to. He's got good momentum, but so have we. And he's going to stay behind me, I think. I think we have him covered here. Whew, this is a bit of a action-packed race, isn't it? We're only 14 laps in. Right, we're now up to Perez, who's being held back by Giovinazzi. And you know what? Once again, our favourite overtake around the outside of Perez, right in front of a great load of his home fans. I don't think he's going to be too impressed with that one, especially with that stadium section holding as many of his home fans as it would. Oh dear. I'm sorry, Checo. I am so sorry. Wait, hang on a second, I'm really not. Perez trying to come back at me, and he's lost it on the straight there. That is one of the most bizarre things I have ever seen playing career mode. He goes to one side, I'm going defensive, and then he just seems to lose it under straight. There was no contact whatsoever. Oh, and he's had a bump from another car, I think. Here we go. You see us go to the inside, and he's just... I don't know what he did there. It's like he was trying to change direction multiple times within the same move, and he got clouted by someone. Whew. I need to catch my breath a minute here. Right, Giovinazzi's into the pits. This puts us up to P7, and Max Verstappen is my next target. It's going to be a bit of a tall order to catch him, and I think Ocon, who was ahead of us both, has come into the pits. I tell you one thing, the Renaults in this career mode, they have just jumped forwards massively, especially in the case of Daniel Ricciardo. Meanwhile, someone who's not jumping forwards, that's Antonio Giovinazzi, pulling off to retire. Not many leaps forward in the way of his progress today. And we're now coming up to our second stop of the day. And we're running up in P3, which is incredible, but we haven't stopped yet. We're now making our pit stop. And we very nearly collide into the pit wall there. Charging into the pits. I really wanted to get the best entrance there. And we've come out, and once again, Verstappen is our target. Ocon we have managed to come out ahead of, so we have leapfrogged Ocon in the pit stops, which is great news for us. So we're looking at P7 or maybe even P6 if we can catch Max Verstappen in front of us. And in fact, we find ourselves catching, and we also find ourselves in P6. So someone in front of this lot must have pitted again. And we are charging on this fresh set of medium tyres. We are really charging. In fact, we're charging so much, we have just set a fastest lap of the race. This car is working brilliantly around here. For some reason, we've just got excellent pace. We're now up to Verstappen. We're having a look up the inside. Max doesn't see me coming, however, and oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Max there, we took a late lunge and he just didn't see us coming. And that's Max gone round. I am so sorry for that one. I think that was a bit silly, and we do have front wing damage as a result of that. I spent a lot of time catching Max, and it was kind of a we had to do it while the tyres were working deal, and well, we did spin him out, and I'm terribly sorry for that. We now have an engine failure in the way of Alexander Albon, so Red Bull's misery just continuing over the last few laps, and we are now pitting because there is a full safety car with only a handful of laps to go. And I thought initially, you know what, I got a decent gap to some of these cars. We're going to change our front wing, get some soft tyres on it, and just go for it, because if we'd have not pitted with the front wing damage we had, that potentially could have left us a sitting duck to the cars behind. And as such, we've only dropped, I think, to P9 in all of that, so we haven't really lost too many positions, and we have got those fresh soft tyres, which are going to be such an advantage off the restart. And we've got a 2-lap sprint to get from 9th to see where we can get on those fresh soft tyres, which are going to be such an advantage at this stage. We are now underway. We're going to try and catch Kvyat, but he's got some great momentum down the straight. But what he won't have is excellent grip into the first corner, and that is why we take the lunge. Little bit of wheel banging, but now around the outside of him, that is P8. And we are right on the rear of Lando Norris, so we are not letting anyone get away at all. These tyres are working a treat. The traction we have is unbelievable as we get an easy pass on Lando Norris. Look how much quicker we can go. The two Ferraris are side by side, which is backing everyone up, and that's allowing me to move up yet another place at the expense of Esteban Ocon. We're now back to Max Verstappen, who is in P5. We're going to take the inside move down here, and you know what? We have got that done. And is there another potential to get Bottas in our favourite overtaking spot of the day? Yes, there is. That is P4. Could we be looking at a second podium in a row here? That would be absolutely incredible. But we're right on the back of Vettel. In the last sector, we take the dive. That is P3. We've gone out a little bit wide. Vettel's coming back on our outside. Can we hold on to this podium? We can. We've shuffled Vettel out. Vettel down to P4. And in the last couple of laps, we have gone from P9 to taking our second podium of career mode. What a race!
Brilliant job, mate. That's a fantastic podium. Super driving, really strong pace. Very, very happy.
Driver of the day, Mick Schumacher. What have you been smoking?
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
We let fly with the champagne for the second time this season. First time was when we took the win last time out in Austin. And once again, I do believe luck playing a huge part in us getting this podium. But you know what? Luck is a part of Formula 1. And today, we have taken advantage of that once again. I do apologise for that incident with Max Verstappen. It did leave me with significant front wing damage, and we would have been a sitting duck had we not pitted. So the decision to pit in the end, proving something of a masterstroke. We even get a bonus point for fastest lap as well. So I'm thrilled with the result of this race. It has been a great result and some great wheel-to-wheel action there. Well, once again, I'll leave you with the highlights reel. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out all my other career mode videos. Until the next time, it is goodbye from me.
Fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.